It was so cringeworthy to watch. Okay, that didn't happen, did it? Hello my darlings, I'm Richard and welcome to Fabaret, a new vlog all about musical theatre, drama, dance, all that jazz. It's Theatre Thursday and that means only one thing, brand new video time! If you like what you see here, do remember to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell button to make sure you get notified of all my future video uploads. Okay, so today is kind of going to be a bit of a rant. I'm going to try so hard to keep this positive, but I'm going to be talking about one of my theatre thunder topics. Now don't get me wrong, I love theatre, we all do, but there are always some things about it that get me a bit So today we are talking about stunt casting. So way back in October 2019, I booked a ticket to go see Sister Act the musical at the Eventim Apollo in London. It was going to be starring Whoopi Goldberg and Jennifer Saunders. Whilst I have seen Sister Act the musical before, I thought, wow, it's going to be really interesting to see Whoopi in the musical, because Whoopi has been there since the beginning with Sister Act, and I thought this would be really great. Anyway, so I booked a ticket and it was meant to be in August 2020. That didn't happen, did it? And then it got postponed to August 2021, and then I got an email a couple of days ago saying it's been postponed again to August 2022. I've already seen Sister Act before, and so I've requested a refund. To be honest, I didn't even notice in the email that it said that Whoopi Goldberg is no longer going to be performing. That thought didn't even cross my mind. But then I had to go check something with the dates or something, so I went back into the email and it said that Whoopi's not going to be performing anymore. And I just thought to myself, that has been a huge bit of your publicity gone. There are so many amazing performers, drama school graduates who, okay, they haven't got their name as famous as Whoopi Goldberg yet, but I know that they could do an amazing performance. Now, there's two ways of thoughts you can go with this. So number one, this show is going to be at the Eventim Apollo. It's a massive theatre. They need to sell out the seats. So it makes sense that they're going to get some star names in to put the bums on seats. Is that maybe why the ticket prices were so high? My ticket was £100 and then there was about £12 of booking fees on top of that. And that was me going through the performances and the website trying to find a good seat at a relatively reasonable price. Me personally, I'm not really that fussed about who is on stage as long as they're doing a good job. Don't get me wrong, I had a seat a couple of rows from the front and it would have been so amazing to be that close to Whoopi Goldberg. The other way to think about this is that there are so many amazing performers out there who don't have a famous name yet, but they have such amazing talent. Why not give them a shot? And also that might help to get the ticket prices down a little bit. I'll bet you one of the main reasons why everyone was happy to pay that much money was to see Whoopi Goldberg.
Shut up and take my money!
So I've seen comments from people about this online that I'm going to read out to you. Okay, this person paid over £500 for 2 tickets for a matinee performance that had Whoopi Goldberg in. £500! That's insane. I think the most I've ever paid for a theatre ticket is £150. I had a ticket booked to go see Sunday in the Park with George, which is going to star Jake Gyllenhaal. I've recently come to love Sondheim and I got really excited about this production. I'm not going to sit here and lie, the fact that Jake Gyllenhaal was going to be in it did increase my decision to book a ticket. But even then, that £150 was on a seat that I would not normally book, and if I'd just gone a row more forward, it was like £200. It's worth remembering that Jake Gyllenhaal has already performed in the show on Broadway, and Whoopi Goldberg is the entire foundation of Sister Act. So it's not a huge shock for those kind of celebrity castings. This is show business. There's a big emphasis on the business. It has to make money. Here we go. They should have waited until they had a new name for the role to announce the reschedule, because now people are more likely to get a refund. If there was a name, people are less likely to get a refund. Yeah, that probably does make sense. I agree with that. I guess it's hard in these circumstances and that far in advance for them to have a guaranteed name. This is a good point. This person says, I'll be asking for a refund as 2022 is too late for me and I really wanted to see Whoopi in this. That was my thinking as well. I booked the ticket in November 2019 and to wait until 2022, it just seems absolutely ridiculous. Oh, this comment's kind of nice. I kind of assumed that this would happen anyway. She's a very busy person and there's so much uncertainty at the moment. Whoopi Goldberg, all these people, they're still human beings. They don't know what their schedules are going to be like. They might have other things pre-planned in the future that means they can't now commit to this postponement of the show. Whenever I go to a show that has a celebrity name attached to it, they always put in the terms and conditions of your booking confirmation. There's no guarantee that their celebrity name will perform. Because, they are human beings. Sometimes they might be sick. Sometimes they might have a pre-existing commitment. So I remember going to see the Annie musical at the Piccadilly Theatre in London. Their big name they had attached to it was Miranda Hart. She was going to be playing the role of Miss Hannigan. And I'd booked to go see Annie because I'd never seen a professional production of Annie before. I wanted to go see that show. I got chatting to these people in the bar and they said, oh, if Miranda's not here, we're going to ask for a refund.
Oh, that's hilarious.
If you try to go to a theatre box office and ask for a refund because one of the star names is not performing, you're not going to get your money back because you haven't booked for that name, you've booked for the show, and the show is still going ahead. Now I get it. If there's a lot of publicity or advertising around a particular celebrity and people book to see that celebrity, then of course they're going to be disappointed. But they have booked to see that show. If this woman was so determined to see Miranda Hart, why doesn't she just wait until she does like a stand-up comedy night? Because then that is specifically focused on Miranda, and if she doesn't turn up or she's sick, then of course you can ask for your money back. Now Miranda did perform. Even just her walking out on stage, people were cheering, applauding. A few people I remember were standing up. And all I thought to myself was, guys, she's just walked onto stage. She hasn't done anything yet. Like, I'm sure she's a lovely person, but I'm not going to applaud someone and stand up and cheer just for them walking on stage. That for me made it feel very disrespectful to the other cast members because they're putting just as much work in. And I'll be honest, Miranda's performance wasn't even that great. I've never completely seen her Miranda show, but I've seen a few clips and I know she's kind of like this comedy bumbling character. And she kind of brought a few aspects of that to the Miss Hannigan character. And you've got to wonder, did she do that for the fans who particularly come to see her? And I just thought to myself, why are you doing that? You're playing Miss Hannigan. Miss Hannigan is mean. I think there were some reviews about her saying that, oh, she's being too friendly and a bit too nice in the role. And then Miranda had to pull out of the show because she had a throat infection. Now, I'll bet you that Miranda does not have the hardcore musical theatre training that a lot of people have to go through to get into a show. Her voice probably can't take doing 8 shows a week. She must have been exhausted. And yet, I'll bet you, as soon as she announced that, there would have been loads of people asking for their money back. Craig Revel Horwood took over the role, so they still had a star that's quite linked with the BBC, and he did perform the role before. If they do stunt casting for people who are experienced in roles or experienced in theatre, then I think it's great. Michael Ball is going to be at the London Coliseum in Hairspray, and he played the role like 10 years ago. I saw him in it. He was fantastic. He's a well-established musical theatre performer. His name will bring in the money, and he's got the talent. And if you do get a celebrity in to try and pull tickets, if they are right for that part, then great. But if they are completely wrong for it, then what are you doing? I think the best example I've seen of that was Cuban Goodman Jr. playing the role of Billy Flynn in Chicago. And there was some video of him performing, I think on a variety show or something. It was so cringeworthy to watch.
Show me long raven hair flowing down about to there when I see her running free. Keep your money, that's enough for me.
He was more speaking the lines than singing them, and I did think to myself, oh my goodness, am I going to have to sit through him singing like that? Luckily, by the time it got to my performance that I was going to see, Cuban Gooding Jr. wasn't in the show anymore. He'd been replaced by Martin Kemp. Definitely a much better vocalist than Cuban Gooding Jr. But again, I didn't book to see Cuba or Martin, I booked to see the show. And like Nicole Scherzinger, she's an amazing vocalist. Me and my family went to see Cats together at the London Palladium, and Nicole Scherzinger was the big celebrity casting as Grisabella. Now, Nicole has got a spectacular voice, and I'll admit, it would have been amazing to see her.
Daylight, I must reach for the sunrise.
We didn't get to see her perform, we saw the understudy, who, of course, was incredible. Loads of people I heard before the start of the show around us in the audience were going, oh, have you heard Nicole's not here? Oh no, Nicole's not performing. Cats is an ensemble show. There's no character really that gets more stage time than anyone else. Grisabella has about 6 or 7 minutes of stage time in the entire show. So there's so much more to enjoy with Cats than just Grisabella or just Nicole Scherzinger. I remember being so excited about Dreamgirls coming to the Savoy Theatre, and I booked a ticket for that before they even announced that Amber Riley was going to be in it. Don't get me wrong, Amber Riley being in the show made it more exciting for me, but I'd already booked my ticket because I wanted to see Dreamgirls. And Amber Riley was perfect for that role. She was destined for it.
One night only, that's all you have to spare.
So I think to sum up, I don't really mind celebrity stunt casting as long as it's done right. If that person is right for the show and has the talent and vocal training and ability to carry that role, then go for it. It means it'll be a fantastic show and you're more likely to get people coming into the theatre who maybe haven't been to a theatre before. And then they'll be like, ooh, theatre's really great, let's go see some more shows. It does break my heart when I see the completely wrong casting type put into a show, and there are so many thousands of talented people waiting in the wings who, okay, they haven't been on TV before or they haven't been in a film before, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be amazing at this role. How else are they going to break into the business if people don't give them a chance? Well, lovelies, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and when you subscribe, make sure to hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. What's your guys' opinions on celebrity and stunt casting? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I'd love to know any of your previous experiences with star casting which turned out surprisingly really well or really bad. I'll be back next Theatre Thursday with another vlog. Mwah!